everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Andrea and I'm here with a slightly late finale for This is Pantasy. This is a project that was created by Allie from Wonder in Alleyland for the Fantastic Ladies, and it's all about mythological, fantastical creatures. It started on October 11th of 2021, which is, I think, World Mythology Day or National Mythology Day, something with mythology. And it ended on October 11th, but I'm filming my update today because that's just the way I roll. So there were 21 prompts originally, and at some point I just rolled all the rest of them in because I was not finishing things. Spoiler alert, I didn't finish too many things for the finale either, but I did make some progress on things and I got use on things, so it is what it is. I am not going to be partaking in round 2 simply because there's just so many projects that I'm already taking part in, and there's also new projects coming up that I want to do, and it's just I have to trim things somewhere. And because I've already done this project for this year, I figured this is going to be one of the ones that I cut, unfortunately, but if she brings it back for another round, who knows? Maybe I might join in again at that point. But anyway, let's just get into what I managed to do in the last month before the finale. And I'm just going to go down my list of prompts and do it that way because that's the easiest way for me to do it. First is Basilisk, the King of Serpents. That is a dark matte shadow. This is one of the things I was really hoping I was going to get done for this month, and then I proceeded to only use it 3 times. I had a shade from my ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie at Forest Sight palette. I have this shade Amanita in, this beautiful dark purple. That is what's in this portion of my eye. And you can hopefully see that is a pretty deep dip in there, but I only used it 3 times and that wasn't enough to hit pan. So and let's see, I used this a total of 20 times in the project, and I mean, this is ColourPop mattes are really no joke, at least for me, because this was in Pan Those Eyeshadows last year, and last year I had a usage goal or pan. So I used this 30 times last year, and I didn't hit pan. I used it 20 more times in this project, and I still didn't hit pan. So unfortunately, no pan in this, but we'll get there one day. So that is the first prompt. The second is for Centaur, and that is a duo product. Well, for my duo product, I had this Ulta Beauty Dual Lip Liner, and somehow in the process of marking it down on my tracking sheet, I managed to lose one of the caps. I don't know. My desk is even somewhat clean for me, so it shouldn't be this difficult, but I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, this wasn't in, for any specific goal. It was just see how much use I can get on it. So, gosh, I am just an unprepared mess. Even though I try to be prepared, it's just not happening.
Look at these 2 things.
I know, those are beautiful.
Yes,
so,
why are they so beautiful?
They just are.
Why are they party makeup?
They're not party makeup. They're just little makeup. So I have 5 more uses on this lip liner for a total of 37 uses in the project. And it was, I believe, brand new when I brought it in because I'm still not a huge lip liner convert or anything, but I want to use the ones that I have. So it was, like I said, brand new when I brought it in. Here's the tracker. So you can see the pink is the progress I've made from last month. I mean, I've made a decent amount of progress in those 37 uses. It's definitely shrinking, but once I find the cap for the other side, I have a ghost over here. Ooh, who is this spooky ghost? It's Madeline.
No, it's nothing.
Oh, it's no. Sorry, I forgot. So anyway, that's going back in my collection once I find the cap. Next is Chimera, a Franken product, and for that I had my Bare Minerals Loose Bronzer in Warmth that I had Frankened with one of the... Oh, this is broken now. Awesome. Oh my god. Welcome to my life. Well, I need to finish this palette up. Anyway, I Frankened it with one of the setting powders in this Revolution Ultra Contour palette. My goal was to finish it. As you can see, I did not do that. I am very annoyed that this is broken right now. Like, I didn't even do anything to make it... I wasn't rough with it. Whatever. That's what happens when you have, you know, $10 makeup palettes for 5 years.
Mommy.
But my goal was to finish it. That obviously didn't happen, but I did end up using it 72 times in this project. So you will be seeing it again, because if you watched my King of Horror project pan, you'll know that I rolled this in at the update to finish, since I didn't get to it in this one. And hopefully I can do it. But 72 uses is nothing to sneeze at, so I'm happy with that, even though I didn't finish it. Then for Cyclops, that's a single shadow. I need to... Oh, I found the cap. I'm such a dork. Oh my god. So Cyclops is the single shadow, and I brought in the shade Asteria from Davina. I believe I wanted to hit pan on it. That wasn't going to happen. So this is what it's looking like. Like, it definitely looks used. I've used it 7 times in the course of the project. I don't remember when exactly I rolled it in, but it's definitely looking used. I usually do use my finger with this and like kind of swirl it over the whole pan, so it's not like a focused dip anywhere. I do have it on my eyes today, topped on top of one of the other shadows in this project. This is so gorgeous.
Boo.
Boo! Boo!
Boo.
This shade is just amazing. I'm pretty sure, not pretty sure, I know that I bought this because of Lainey at Makeup with Lainey. And I'm so glad I did, because it's just amazingly stunning and I love it. Next for Dragon, that's a large product, whether packaging amount, etc. For that, I have my Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder. This is just in the shade Light. I wanted to finish this. I'm so close, but between like all the days during the summer, you know, where we had COVID or the kids were sick or I was just like so backed up with work that I didn't have time to do makeup. If all of that had not happened, I think this would be done, but it is not. So I probably shouldn't do that on top of my laptop. So like I said, my goal was to finish it. So I use it every time I do my makeup. I've only used it 17 times since my last update, so you can see there's been a lot of days that I haven't done makeup. So I have used this a total of 163 times. And this is how much I have left. Just this little bit. It's getting pretty hard to get... It's getting hard to get some product out into the cap. I did try removing the sifter, but it wasn't coming off easily, and I'm not breaking my tweezers for this Maybelline powder. So even though there's a bunch that looks like it's caked to the sides, once I can't get any more out, I'm not going to worry about it. It'll be done. But I'm going to keep working on it just outside of the project because it's almost finished. That would just be ridiculous to put this back in my collection with this little left. So I'm just going to finish it. Unfortunately, I did not get to finish it within this project, but I got really close. Next for e.l.f., that is a product that makes you feel beautiful. Of course, eyeshadow always makes me feel beautiful, especially my indie eyeshadows, because they're just gorgeous. So for this, I brought in my Glaminatrix Cosmetics Sandra Rose mini palette. My goal was to use each shade twice, and as you can see, I have done that. This is what it looks like on the inside. It is just so beautiful. It's funny because all of the gorgeous shimmers in here, and my eye is drawn to these two mattes. It's weird, but I just love those. I love all of the shades in here. It's so, so pretty. So happy that I got my hands on it. And this is a prompt that is actually completed. For Fairy, a plant or nature themed product, I had 4 of my perfume samples that like had naturey type names. Whoop. Oops. My goal was to finish all 4 of them. That did not happen. So I have, let's see, the first is from Mix Bar in Cloud Musk. I used this 7 times. There's still that much left. Then there's Mix Bar Sparkling Hibiscus. I used this 8 times, which I don't know. I don't know why there's such a discrepancy between how much is left between these when I've only used Sparkling Hibiscus 1 more time. But maybe I just sprayed more. I don't know. Either way, those were both nice scents. But I did predict that I would finish these 2, and I just barely squeaked by with the skin of my teeth on this one. I have 2 of these perfume samples from Skylar. This one is Willow. This one is Meadow. I use these each 9 times each to empty them. And they are done. Meadow is the one, I finished it today. This one is so, out of the 4 that I put in for this prompt, this is definitely my favorite. And luckily, Jaylon found some at her TJ Maxx and picked them up for me. So, because this isn't a scent that they sell, it's not on their website anymore. Or, I don't know if it's just like something that comes in a little set. It can't be because she found roller balls. I don't know. They don't sell it on their website anymore. And I loved it so much. It smells so... It's like sweet, but not too sweet. I say it every single time. It smells like those big purple clovers that the big fat bumblebees like to hover around when you like go walk in a field. And I love it. So I'm very happy to have 2 more little perfume samples out of my collection. Unfortunately, I didn't totally complete the prompt, but halfway there. Then for Giant, that's a product you loved before the beauty community made it big. I went with single eyeshadows just because that's what I did. So, so I picked one of the first single eyeshadows I ever purchased, which is from Ulta Beauty. This is in the shade Watercolor. I have this on, you can't really see it. It's on my inner corner. Like, it's a pretty shade, but this is definitely more of a satin. It's not my preferred finish. The color is pretty, though. I mean, it's very, like, silvery lavender. It's just, it doesn't pack the punch that I like nowadays. But, so my goal was to hit pan. That didn't happen, obviously. But I did use it 15 times. And like I said, that's my oldest shadow. One of the oldest single shadows in my collection. And it's been severely neglected. So 15 uses over the course of the year is not bad. Then for Gnome, that is a gemstone or mineral themed product. I don't know. I think I still have the picture on my phone. If I do, I will show comparison shots. It's not going to look that much different. But I brought in my mini Becca Opal because this is my favorite highlighter of all time. I already had pan in it. I just brought it in to use as much as I could use it. I used it 7 times. So I don't really think it's going to look much different, but I'm wearing it today. I just love this highlighter so much. But 7 uses does not a finished highlighter make. That's fine. Next for Hydra, it's a product you keep panning and panning but never finish. For me, that's liquid lips, any lipstick really, but also this specific one. This is a Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color in HD Flirtation. I've had this forever. I've tried panning it several times and it just won't go away. So I used this a total of 16 times in the project. It's been in for a long time too. I actually have it on today as my cream blush. Like, there's something about this shade that just, I don't know what it is, but on my lips, like on its own, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Even though it seems, I think maybe like there's just a bit too much pink in it or something. I don't know. It just doesn't hit me right when I put it on my lips, but it works really well as a cream blush. It's not an exact dupe for the Fenty Blush in Peach Face that I really love. That's in my Pan of Green Gables project, which is also going to have a late finale, FYI. But it's very similar, and it works well as a cream blush. I probably, like, when I do use it as a cream blush, I also don't put the wand on my face. I do just, like, take the product off of my finger and pat it on. So I can still use this as a lipstick if I want to. I'm just not sure if I want to. I also wish I could really tell how much is left in here. This packaging is not very easy to see through. So, I don't know. I know, I mean, I've had this for a long time. I've used it a lot. There's definitely not, like, a ton left in here, but there's enough left where it's going to take me forever to actually finish it. Next, for Phoenix, that's a product you repressed or depotted, and I depotted my whole Makeup Revolution Emily Edit the Wands palette because it was so gigantic and bulky and broken. So I actually had 2 shades in here for this. So I already hit pan on the first shade I had in this project, which was the dark, like, teal green matte called Corduroy. And then I was still working on this one, which is called Top Story. And using it today, which I have it on my lower lash line, and I also have it all over my lid, and then I have that Davina shade on top of it. I hit pan. This is the first eyeshadow pan I've hit in months and months. It's just, I finally did it. This took me 35 uses to hit pan on. So yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty shade. It's just, I think I mentioned it in, like, every single video I ever do now, but I'm a little bit, as much as I like hitting pan, I'm a little bit over it because I'm trying to work on this video is all over the place, and I'm sorry. I'm taking a page from Shelly's book. So if you like this, then you'll like Shelly. So I'll leave her link down below just because she's so close to 100 subscribers, and I think more people should be watching her. But anyway, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, I'm finally trying to redo my makeup inventory, and I'm working through my single shadows and my eyeshadow palettes, and I'm looking at all the beautiful things that I have, and I'm like, I haven't touched this, I haven't touched this, I haven't touched this. I've used this once, and it's because I'm focusing on hitting pans instead of using things, so that's changing. I mean, if you watched my Paranormal Pantivity intro, you already know that's changing, so. Anyway, let's get back to the finale. God, that's for Unicorn. This is the next one, a brand new untouched product, and I had this Cover FX illuminating setting spray. When I rolled this prompt, I had just picked this up at TJ Maxx or Marshall's or something, because it was, for Cover FX, it was cheap. It was $10, and I was like, oh, why not? I didn't like this that much. I did finish it. I got, let's see. I got 73 uses on it to finish it. I go through setting sprays like, it's ridiculous. But this was not. I don't know if it's, I mean, I'm assuming it's just the way the product was. There's, like, the tiniest bit in there but can you see, like, how it's, like, it just looks like dirty makeup water. And I sprayed it for the last time the other day, and it's just, I don't notice the illuminating on my face, but it got all over my shirt, and you better believe that sucker was full of glitter. So this was a fail. I didn't like it, but I finished it. I usually used it as, like, the primer setting spray kind of dealy, not my, like, actual makeup setting spray, because I did not think it did anything, but it's empty. So yay, another prompt done. Then for Vampire, that is a blood red product. It looks blood red in the packaging, but it's really more of a berry color because this is what's on my lips. This is the Manna Kadar Lip Locked Priming Gloss Stain in Pinot Noir. I don't know that I thought I would finish this. I don't remember what my goal was on this. Honestly, I don't know that I really had one. I think I just wanted to see how many times I could use it, and the answer is 7. So it's pretty. It's nice. I know I don't have that much. I mean, besides this being little, and I've had it forever. I mean, I don't think I have that much in here, but it's also kind of hard to see through the packaging. So, needless to say, it's going back in my collection. Okay, we only have one more, people. We can do it. The last one is for Werewolf, a celestial themed product. And I brought in my e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls baked highlighter. I knew I wasn't going to hit pan or anything like that, just to see how much difference I could make in the way it looked using it as my brow bone highlight every single time I did my makeup. So I have used this in this project 137 times, and this is what, I don't know if I have, I don't think I have a picture of it before. So it's definitely flattened. The problem with these is like it's got some hard pan right here. I just have it scraped off, so it's not wearing away evenly. I mean, using this as a brow bone highlight every single day for almost half a year, and it's still barely looks. I'm probably like 2 years away from hitting pan on it. But you know what? It's been sitting in my collection forever, and I got a lot of use on it. And it's a nice brow bone highlight.
Look at me.
What are you doing? You're ridiculous. She's ridiculous. So anyway, that was my extremely chaotic This is Pantasy finale. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And apparently it's time for me to go get some lunch. So I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, everybody.